President Trump called the House Intel Committee memo a, quote, disgrace this morning as it was released to the public. White House Press Secretary Sarah Sanders put out a statement expanding on the president's thoughts, saying, quote, the memorandum raises serious concerns about the integrity of decisions made at the highest levels of the Department of Justice and the FBI to use the government's most intrusive surveillance tools against American citizens. Meanwhile, at the Department of Justice, Attorney General Jeff Sessions also released a statement that said, quote, I have great confidence in the men and women of this department, but no department is perfect. Accordingly, I will forward to appropriate DOJ components all information I receive from Congress regarding this. I'm determined that we will fully and fairly ascertain the truth. Joining me now is Chris Farrell, Director of Investigations and Research for Judicial Watch, which today filed a lawsuit for documents on how the Obama Justice Department justified spying on the Trump campaign. And Chris, I have to ask, the FISA warrant applications, so many questions about what resolved, about whether they were keeping information, the Justice and FBI people, from the FISA court, about the origins of the Trump dossier, et cetera. Are you trying to get copies of the FISA applications?
Yes, we are. And we think it's absolutely critical that the public be able to see these applications and see the underlying declarations or sworn affidavits from the special agents who would have had to have firsthand personal knowledge of the investigation and swear out those declarations as a component or as a part of the overall warrant application. And, you know, those warrant applications are signed by at least the Deputy Attorney General, if not the Attorney General. And so in this case, you would have documentation, firsthand account by a special agent or a attorney from the Department of Justice, and then a cover packet or letter as part of the application signed by someone at the Deputy Attorney General level that would be submitted to the FISA court. So this would lay out the entire record. This would make it indisputable.
So we would be able, forgive me for interrupting, we would be able to tell by looking at this application whether or not the FISA judge was told about the origins of the Trump dossier, that it was financed by the DNC,
correct,
that it was a political hit job, et cetera. We would be able to tell that if we saw the application.
Correct. And importantly, you would see with each renewal or reapplication every 90 days, you know, are they making the same assertions? If, in fact, they've come across information that would change the story or in some way provide new insight for the judge, they have an affirmative obligation to correct the record.
Yes.
And so instead of just repeating the same lie over and over again, they would have to make it correct with the court.
And Chris, is that obligation required of everybody who signs the FISA reapplications? Because, as you know, at least one of those reapplications was signed by Rod Rosenstein.
Correct, and that's what's so critical. So the special agents from the FBI or any other federal law enforcement executing the affidavit or the sworn declaration in support of the warrant, they have an affirmative obligation, and certainly the attorneys within DOJ or FBI, they too have an affirmative obligation to the court to provide all information, not cherry pick, not play little semantic word games, but lay it all out. And that's why this is so critical. And keep in mind, Comey was involved in all this.
Former FBI Director Comey.
Correct, correct. So this is, you know, when he's tweeting out his slow motion sort of breakdown that he's having, where one moment he's saying one thing and the next thing he says, so what?
Well, he's talking his book, to give it a Wall Street phrase.
Exactly. And in this case, you know, the leaker, the sworn under oath guy who admits that he leaked this stuff, you know, when he critiques the lawful actions of the president to declassify something, I mean, the irony is rich.
It sure is. And I got to say, if there was ever an application for the Freedom of Information Act, this is it. And we wish you best of luck getting hold of those applications. Please share them with us as soon as you do. Chris Farrell.
We will. Thank you, David.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.